so far away, show us where we are.
Otis, it's for Daddy, it's for Mummy.
What makes the sun go to sleep every night, and what's it dreaming of?
So yummy. Do you like strawberries?
I wonder. How come the sky sometimes hides behind the clouds? Maybe it's just like me, a little bit scared of heights. Why does the
What's that there?
rain always keep on pouring down when it's grey outside?
Yeah, what's that there?
It really makes me wonder.
That's custard and cream. Custard
Yeah, it makes me wonder.
and cream. And what's this?
It really makes me wonder.
Strawberries. What you can do like this, you can take a strawberry, you dip it in there like that, you get a little bit of cream, and then eat it. So, new arrival to the garden. Anybody that watches this vlog knows that I have quite a growing collection of medicinal and sacred plants, and here's a little new one we've just added. A year ago, you couldn't actually own this plant in Thailand. It is classified as illegal. This is kratom. It's recently been taken off the class 5 narcotics list and now is legal. And everybody in this village is growing it. And all over, it's available on Facebook if you want to buy it. I think it's even available on Lazada now. The seeds are, at least. So it's nice that there's this liberal attitude being come to medicinal plants. This one is used as a pain reliever. I would use it for pain instead of paracetamol. However, for me, I found it a little bit heavy on the liver, and so I personally don't use it. But I like to have it in the garden because that's the nature of the garden. I collect plants like this. So some may remember this plant too. This is the Hawaiian baby wood rose. This is a medicinal, sacred, shamanic plant. Its seeds contain LSA, which is an isomer of LSD actually, also used by the Aztecs for centuries to, they describe it as being shattered into a million pieces and being reassembled together. This is another sacred plant. Then, of course, one of my favorites here is the Bolivian torch, or Trichoceros bridgii, or cocoensis. We're not sure which one this is, but it's definitely Trichoceros. This one also referred to sometimes as the Bolivian torch. Also used in Mexico and in various other countries as a shamanic plant. And then here you have the heavenly blue morning glory. So also his seeds contain LSA. It's a very, very sacred plant. Beautiful flowers when they come out. These beautiful spaceship-like light blue flowers. And it has multiple species, the morning glory. Many of them, majority of them, are not psychoactive. But the heavenly blue morning glory, and I think the flying saucers is another one, that both of those, the seeds contain LSA. So again, another interesting plant to have. We also have peyote and a Peruvian torch on site. We're working on some cacao plants, and we're adding slowly to the collection. So I may add that there's being a liberalization in attitudes towards plants, particularly in Thailand. Many may see that marijuana is also becoming very acceptable here. Personally, it's never been my thing, but it is becoming more and more liberalized now. CBD is readily available all over Thailand at the moment. And so there is, just like all around the world, there's an entheogenic renaissance. And I think it's no coincidence that such a renaissance happens at the time of heavy totalitarianism worldwide, heavy restriction of people's freedoms worldwide. Because I think what is happening is, I think it's all part and parcel with what I see as a collective awakening. More and more people are now turning to things like psilocybin and ayahuasca to help them cure their depression or their addiction or their PTSD. They're not living with this pain and this trauma all the time. They're going inward and healing their addiction. And what I've learned about addiction through being an addict myself, addicted to alcohol, I was a smoker, addicted to everything in life, like a complete hedonist, pleasure as a musician on my stage, addicted to the adrenaline of being on the stage, and I was a bit of a wild one, let's say that. But what I learned with addiction is always rooted in some form of trauma. So it's always rooted, or the majority of cases, it's rooted in something that happened to you when you were younger, when you were a childhood trauma, or something that happened in your life that was very traumatic later. The addiction is actually it's symptomatic of something, an underlying issue. And what you're trying to do when somebody's addicted, a normal person will drink a beer and just, well, I'm having a beer, that's fine, that's great, that's not an addiction. An addiction is when we're trying to subconsciously treat the trauma with the alcohol, with the cigarette, with the sex, with the food, whatever it is. We're trying to find comfort or distraction from the trauma in the use of a kind of substance, and it generally does give temporary satisfaction. However, when it wears off, you get twice the depression, twice the thoughts going through the mind, twice the negative thinking, and then it's a vicious circle, and you kind of get wrapped into the addiction. What the plants allow for people to do, people that are traveling to the Amazon now to drink ayahuasca, or people like in Johns Hopkins University where they're taking psilocybin and things like that, and which is becoming the mainstream now. Many companies are going to be opening up very soon and offering this as a pharmaceutical alternative, as a natural alternative to pharmaceuticals. What they allow you to do is go inward and deal with the root cause, which is the trauma. Deal with that, and then so the symptom goes. You're not dealing with your addiction just by stopping drinking. No, you're dealing with the trauma first, and then you have no need to compulsively drink or need to compulsively eat or things like that. And that's what the healing process is. That's what the plants, many plants can help you do. Some plants are not all medicinal, but those that are psychoactive, or what we term as entheogenic. Entheogenic means to generate God, or to kind of combine with God, to meet God. Not God as you know it, as something exterior from yourself. It's not a man in the sky. That isn't God. That's what people that have never experienced oneness or never experienced source think God is. There's something out there. God is, in this sense, when we're dealing with ceremonies and shamanism, is something inside. It's you, it's your consciousness, it's everything that is manifest in the universe, all interconnected. A little bit like your Wi-Fi is connecting all of the computers behind the scenes. Well, we come to see that when we work with certain plants that we are all connected. Every human being is connected at the deepest level. It doesn't matter about your nationality, where you come from, whatever. We all have the same skeletal structure, the same lungs, the same nervous system. But below that, we're all connected in what Carl Jung called the collective unconscious, what the Hindus call Atman, what the Buddhists kind of call Dharmakaya. In a way, it's kind of a similar sense, but the Buddhist is different from Hinduism because it says there is no self, whereas the Hindus say there is one self, one interconnected self that connects us all together. The plants allow us to view that and to see that. That's my best explanation of it. I hope you found it interesting and not too boring. And of course, this is just my worldview. Don't trust my worldview. That's just how I experience, interact and engage with reality, and each of us has a choice to do that themselves, and they must direct experience goes beyond any teaching or anything anybody can tell you. You must know reality, know the universe, know God in your own terms, and work with it and let it work through you that way.
Wonder, I wonder. How come the trees gets undressed when it's cold? And don't they miss the leaves they left behind?
Daddy, I'm Otis.
What are we doing?
Go for a walk.
Go for a walk?
Yeah.
Look at that over there. That's that rice field, isn't it?
Daddy, let's go there.
Should we go there? What if there's a snake though? Are you not scared?
No.
You're not scared, yeah? Right, let's go then. You want to go down there? What is it? What do you see down there? Is that T-Rex?
This here.
Look, there's bamboo house. There's our house, isn't it? Back there. Can you see it?
Daddy, come on, run.
We're going to run with Indy. Oh, 1, 2, 3.
Daddy, it's a 1, 2.
1, 2, 3, go!
stars come to shine when it's dark from so far away and show us where we are. It really makes me wonder. Yeah, it makes me wonder. Ooh, I wonder. Ooh, I just wonder. It really makes me wonder.
Daddy can't say hello, Otis.
So, what did the cow say?
Hello, Otis.
Oh, hello, Otis.
Hello, cow.
Hello, cow.